Hi, we're John and Steph, and these are our sons Aliki and Sevenaya. Our family lived and still runs a small business in Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada. Our family has a dream, so we sold our stuff and packed our bags. We moved to a village in Fiji to start a new business venture. We are WakaFamily.
Well, good morning everybody. So today is the first day of Waka Farm contracting. I guess technically not the first day, but the first day that we're going to be starting the job. So today I got about 10 to 12 guys coming from a village about half an hour away, and the time right now is about 5 o'clock. So we were actually supposed to start at 5 a.m. but they called me last night and said that the river that they have to cross, that the vehicles have to cross to get to them, or that they have to cross to get to the vehicle, is actually flooded, so they couldn't get across. So they were hoping that the river was going to go down overnight, and then that they were going to be leaving at 5 a.m. this morning, so we're actually going to be starting at 5:30. So I'm going to go pick up our foreman, head to the job site. We're going to be planting, I think, roughly 4 acres of sugarcane for this farmer. So I'm just going to go and, these first jobs are going to be kind of an opportunity for me to get my head wrapped around what we're actually going to be doing. So it's a beautiful day. Sun is rising behind me. Obviously there's always nervous jitters and a bit of apprehension that comes along with the first job for a new business, but you got to get it out of the way, and you got to start making mistakes so that you can figure out what you need to do right, what you need to change. So we just got to start somewhere, and we'll go from there. But it's exciting. It's sweet that there's somebody who already called us who wants a job done, and it's cool that there's a bunch of jobs that get given to these guys, and a bunch of money that gets to be made and passed around. So let's go to the job site and see what today holds. Thanks for joining. So to plant sugarcane, you need the cuttings, so that's what we were doing this morning. And these guys, honestly, they surprise me every time, because we came and they're like, "Oh, probably spend the morning." Me and my uncle, who's the foreman, were like, "We'll probably spend the morning doing the cuttings." And the farmer was like, No, it'll probably only take a couple hours. And then we got here and it's like half an hour and they're done all the cuttings. So the farmer was pretty surprised, I think. So now we're just finishing up the cuttings. The boys are gonna have tea and then we'll get on with the planting. I was gonna get in here and get dirty. I brought my knife and my file and everything, but then there's so many guys and there's only so many lines of sugarcane, so there was really no use me getting in there and just being a hazard to myself and everybody else, really. So try to get my hands dirty later on today when there's a bit more space to work and there's not sharp knives flying everywhere. But you don't want a rookie like me in the mix. It's just a risk for everybody, I think. So they're gonna finish up now, and then tea time, and then off to planting. So what we're doing right now is planting the sugarcane. So we had to cut it and now we place it in the trench, basically. And you got 13 guys doing it. It goes pretty quick. But that is how you plant sugarcane, at least in Fiji. I'm sure there are more mechanized ways of doing this overseas, but that's how we do it here. Okay, peeps, I don't know if you can see me, I don't know if you can hear me, but so you wanted to see the real Fiji, hey? Well, this is what happened. It was beautiful out, and it was getting actually pretty hot and humid. What's that a sign of? Well, usually rain. So, yep, it started raining. We're all soaked. The tractor, it's an old school heritage style tractor. It doesn't keep you dry. Just the front wheels just kick up all the water. So
Yeah, it's absolutely pouring rain now, and we're gonna go plant another load off the trailer before lunch. So this is it. This is how it goes. Fiji, full of surprises.
Come on, boy.
I don't have to do this every day, but when you don't have to do it every day, it's fun. If you have to do this every day, I don't know. I guess you're ripped and 100% fit at that point. Well, good morning everybody. It is a beautiful morning here. Sun is going to be out in a little bit. I was up at 4 a.m. just to get ready for the day, and yeah, we're going to be planting in that field over there. The guys are already there planting right now, and you know what? This is a good life. This is good. Today we are going to be spreading fertilizer, and when you place the sugarcane in the rows, you actually gotta cut it into smaller pieces. And so sometimes you can spread the fertilizer first and then put the sugarcane in, but this farmer didn't mind. We just put the sugarcane in first, then we'll put the fertilizer, and then we gotta cover it with dirt. So yeah, that's what we gotta do today. But I mean, look at the view. Oh, big sky today. Unreal. Unreal. So what else? What else? Yeah, so we got rained out yesterday. It wasn't a big deal. It was, I mean, it just happens, right? And the guys just went home a bit early and got to rest, and I got to deal with a bunch of the kava that were drying, and so I took a bunch down to them so they could have a few bowls in the evening. And yeah, what else? That's about it. So sun's gonna pop out here. Weather is beautiful right now, but it's gonna time to be start sweating soon. So gonna head on this way and get to work. So we finished the job. We did 1.6 acres in about 10 hours. So I basically deducted that 10 guys working at the speed we were working at can do all the cutting and preparation, fertilizing and planting in one day. 1 acre, 10 guys, 1 day. So we're done the job. Going to pick up Aliki from school now. And yeah, that was the first one in the books. Now it's time to make some phone calls, answer some questions from other people who want us to come do jobs, and then off to the races.
Well guys, what a crazy year 2020 was. Thank you guys so much for your support. Just wanted to share with you guys something that I learned, a lesson that I'm going to take away from today. It comes from James chapter 5 verse 12, which says, "Above all, my brothers and sisters, do not swear, not by heaven or by earth or by anything else. All you need to say is a simple yes or no, otherwise you will be condemned." Some translations say, there'll be judgment upon you, and I was kind of like, what does that mean exactly? You will be condemned. Your SBS and your no be no. I think that is such an important lesson, but I was kind of confused on what the judgment or the condemnation part was at the end. Sometimes the Bible uses these big words and it kind of freaks us out and freaks some people out, but I read another translation and it really cleared things up for me, and this is what it said. "And since you know that he cares, let your language show it. Don't add words like 'I swear to God' to your own words. Don't show impatience by concocting oaths to hurry up God. Just say yes and no. Just say what is true. That way your language can't be used against you." And I think that's so important, and it's one thing that I've actually been becoming, to be honest with you, pretty frustrated with, is a lot of people say yes, or they say no, or they say that they can do something, or they will do something, and they don't do it. And it gets really frustrating, and it gets to the point where you just don't trust people. And I think that that's what the verse is trying to say, about your words being used against you, or, judgment or condemnation, is that if your yes isn't yes, and your no isn't no, then people won't trust you. And what you say doesn't matter, because it doesn't hold any air. It doesn't hold any worth, because when you say yes, it doesn't actually mean that you're going to do it, and when you say no, it doesn't mean that you won't. So I know this is difficult for people in Fiji. For us here, is that we don't like confrontation. It's a lot better to be honest about what you're going to do, what you're going to say, than to avoid the confrontation and be dishonest and be a person whose word can't be trusted. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much. On with 2021. Thanks.